to my modern homestead. I'm Janet. I hope you are having a great day today. Today we are going to work on a special recipe around my house. It's spicy pickled cauliflower. We ran out of our last jar finally, and my husband has been saying, you've got to make more, you've got to make more. It's one of his favorites, just like the okra. So today I thought I'd bring you along and show you how. In my pot I have let me check my recipe, yes, 4 cups of water and 8 cups of apple cider vinegar. Now to that we have some spices to add. Here we have 4 teaspoons of coriander, 4 teaspoons of mustard seeds, 2 teaspoons of cumin seeds, 4 teaspoons of black peppercorn, 2 teaspoons of ground turmeric, and 1.5 teaspoons of red pepper flakes. And I also have 1 cup of sugar. In my original recipe, I only had 1/2 cup of sugar, and it's still a little too tart. It has too much of a bite to it. So I'm increasing the sugar today, praying it comes out right. I'll let you guys know for sure once we test it, because it will have to sit for a few weeks after we make it. Sorry, my pot was sitting on my apron. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with it. Okay, anyway, let's get busy. Let's add in our spices. We're going to put in everything except for the vegetables. And this is our brine. We'll put it on the stove and let it come up to a boil, and it will be ready to go into the jars at that point. And our sugar. Don't know if I'm going to put all of that. It's about 1/4 cup left, so maybe 3/4 cup of sugar. That's it, you guys. So we're going to put it on the stove and heat it to a boil while we get our vegetables ready. All right, are you ready to chop the vegetables? To do this, we have 2 heads of cauliflower. So easy to remember, 2 of everything. 2 small onions and 2 red bell peppers. And then we also have some garlic cloves. I went the easy route again and got it already peeled. And there's no certain right amount to put in your jars. I usually use about 3 cloves per jar. I'm doing pints today, so I may use 4 or 5 cloves. Whatever you like is perfectly fine. If you don't want garlic, that's fine too, but it will change the flavor. So let's get started. We just take these large pieces and cut them into smaller pieces and toss them into our bowl. And keep going until both heads of cauliflower are chopped up. Okay, that's it for the cauliflower. Let's do the peppers. Let me clear my board first. Okay, now for this, you don't want to make small pieces. You want to keep your chunks kind of large. So don't worry with getting them perfect or making them small. You want them in big chunks because they will be with the cauliflower. You got big chunks of cauliflower, so keep big chunks of peppers. And you notice I did cut out the seeds and ribs. You don't want those in there. I'll trim this one up just a little bit more. Okay, confession time. Part of one of my peppers was not very good, so I had to pull out my 3rd pepper. I don't know that I'm going to use the whole thing, but I wanted to be honest and let you know I did have to pull it out. It happens. It's okay. Make do. All right, we got the peppers done. It's time for the onions. And for these, I haven't decided how I'm going to slice them yet. I'll figure it out in just a second. Okay, I decided. I'm just going to do it like I did last time. For this, I'm just making thin rings. And then I will slice those in half. Ugh, skin on me. And that's it. They'll separate as you can them, that's fine. All right, all of those are chopped. So all I'm going to do is just toss everything together in our bowl that we've chopped up. Here's everything. I'm just going to go ahead and separate these onions a little bit and toss it all together. That way when we go to put stuff in jars, you don't have one ingredient on top and one in the middle. Just keep your jars as balanced as you can. Just make it look nice and pretty. If that's your thing, if not, just throw everything in there. It'll be okay. And it needs to stay in the bowl. Ooh, these onions, guys, wow. Okay. Let me rinse my hands and we'll grab the jars. I got these boiling before we ever got started on this video, so they're still nice and hot. Let's get our brine. Ooh, that vinegar will take your breath. Okay, so let's pack our jars. And we're just gonna do this until we either run out of jars or run out of vegetables. And you know what? I probably don't even need that funnel. That was not gonna work. What was I thinking? Make sure you get some peppers down in there, some onions. You don't want to squish it, but you want to pack it good and tight. So like I was saying, we'll keep doing this until we run out of vegetables or jars or brine, whichever happens first. Squeeze that garlic in there.
She forgot to put garlic in it.
No, I didn't. I got it in there. I didn't forget. Alright, onions or vinegar one just got to me. I ran out of vegetables before I ran out of jars, so we're going to sit that one to the side. The next step is to fill the jars to a 1/2 inch headspace with the brine. Ooh, don't inhale that too deeply. Remember, I like to pour slowly to avoid as many air bubbles as possible. And this will turn yellow because it has the turmeric in it. There we go. I'll finish this one jar just to show you, and then I'll finish the other jars. I'm so sorry, my eyes are watering and my nose is running. What? It's either the onions or the vinegar. I don't know which one got to me this time. All right. Air pockets out, go around the rim. Now, remember, I want to line up the ball on here with the ball on the front. I'm doing it upside down. I hope I've got it right. And finger tight with the lid until it starts turning on its own, and that's it. One jar is ready for the counter. I did want to tell you that I have turned the water back up on my canner to try to get it out of boil because we will process these for 10 minutes, but I don't want them to sit in that hot water for so long because my canner takes forever on my stove to heat up all the way. So I just wanted to let you know, in case you have that problem too, go ahead and get your water up to just about where you need it. Okay, I also wanted to tell you too, as you're pouring in the brine, to make sure you're stirring it around because your spices will settle down into the bottom of the pan, and you want them evenly distributed through the jar. So just keep stirring as you're dipping. Okay, this is our last jar. I don't have the lid on right. Where's the bowl? Can't see it. There we go. That's it. Okay, our water is hot. It's not boiling yet, but it is hot. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop the jars. Got on my heat-resistant gloves because the water should cover the jars. Remember, we want to do this nice and slowly. Not the jars around. Oops. Thing about these, it's nice. You can just stick your hands right in the water. There we go. Make sure your jars are covered with at least an inch of water. And when these come up to a boil, we will boil them for 10 minutes. Sorry, I stuck my hand right in the way. There we go. Okay. All we're going to do right now is just move. Okay, well, move that off of the eye and take the lid off. And then we're just going to let it sit for about 5 minutes until the water is still. And then we'll be ready to take them out. Okay. Water has settled, so we're going to pull these up out of the water. And then I'll sit them over to the side to cool. There we go, guys. We have 8 pints of spicy pickled cauliflower. That was easy, quick, and fun, and I sure do appreciate you joining me today. I hope you get to try it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I will let you know in a few weeks about the sugar on this one. I might have messed up. I think I might have actually already doubled it when I wrote the recipe out. I don't know. We'll see. Until we see you again, may you be blessed.